Hey guys, what's up? Right now, I'm not currently near my house or my living room. I am in New York City. I pre-recorded this. But I'm coming to you today because I need your help. I actually am a lover of classics, and there's so many classics that I want to read, but right now I think that there's 6 standouts, and I have no idea. I want to read them all at the same time right now, and so I thought it would be fun to kind of bring you guys in and help me pick the next book that I'm going to read or the next classic that I'm going to read. So what I thought of, so I could have done this one of 2 ways. I could have just, you knew that book 1 was Emma and we wouldn't need this envelope thing, and you guys voted, but I also kind of like the surprise where you're also surprised and I'm surprised. I just like surprises. So that's why they're randomly in here. So I'm going to tell you the 6 books. And I guess we'll all be surprised. So you just pick a number 1 through 6. Whichever number is compelling you to choose. You put that down in the comment section below. If you like that idea, if not, next time I can do another one because I'm a very indecisive person and I always need help. So I can do this again, and maybe next time I can do it where you know the numbers for each of the numbers and you guys just purely vote on which one you want me to read next. But I thought this would be fun. It's a surprise for everyone. If I knew Photoshop, I'd have tons of confetti and the kids going, yay! But you just pictured it in your mind, so I don't even need to do it. See, that's how I edit. Someday I'll have good editing skills. Anyway, so the first book, one that I just recently bought, and I love this version of it, and it's made me even more excited to read it, is Emma by Jane Austen. Look at that. It's bright orange. I just like it. It's nice and cheerful. As you guys know, I love Jane Austen, but sadly, I've only read one of her books. But I'm obsessed with Pride and Prejudice. I read it every year. I truly enjoy that book so much, and I've heard that Emma is very comparable, also a wonderful love story. I just want to read this so badly. This is one of my 6. Second book I do not have in physical form, but I need to buy it, is 1984 by George Orwell. Animal Farm is one of my favorite books. And of course I've heard wonderful things about 1984, and I feel like it's very important to read it right now with our political climate that's going on. It's back on the bestsellers list or something, so obviously more people are reading it right now. I've always loved Animal Farm, and I've always wanted to read 1984, but you're just getting around to it. That's why I'm doing this. Then number 3 would be Fahrenheit 451. It's so weird that I love some of these authors and I've never read any of their works. It's so weird. Orwell I have, Austen I have, but only one of their works. Fahrenheit 451 is by Ray Bradbury. He was on the forefront of film. I love Ray Harryhausen films. If you don't know what those are, please look up Ray Harryhausen. He did the old puppet videos like Sinbad movies with the little skeletons. It's very nostalgic for me. It's my childhood watching those films. And so Ray Bradbury would write a lot of Ray Harryhausen's films. Ray Bradbury has always been on my radar. I've always needed to read his books. It's just so important for me to read Ray Bradbury. So that's why this is one of them on my list. Number 4 is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I had this interpretation of what I thought Frankenstein, the book, was about. Obviously, we know the story, the basic story of Frankenstein, that a guy created Frankenstein and now he's living. But what we don't know is that the second part of Frankenstein is once the monster has been created, it's almost like the inventor or whoever created Frankenstein neglected him and just let him go. A book about wanting revenge and wanting to get back at him for neglecting him. I'm horrible at describing Frankenstein, but now that I've heard this whole other side to it, I really want to read it. Number 5 on this list is I almost said The Secret Garden. I want to read that too. A Little Princess by Frances Hoskin Burnett. I can't believe I haven't read this yet. And I have this beautiful rifle paper copy. I mean, I loved the movie as a kid. I really want to read this too. I want to read all of these at the same time. I guess I could if I had self-control. I thought this would be fun, you guys. And the last one on my list is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Because why haven't I read this either? All of these I should have read. Can't beat myself up. Okay. So these are my 6 selections. Like I said, it's going to be a surprise for everyone. Pick a number 1 through 6, put it in the comment sections down below. And in my April wrap up, I will unmask the answer, and that's the classic that I will be reading in the month of May. Really itching to read a classic right now, so I thought that this would be a really fun way for me to get excited about it. And like I said, if you guys don't like the surprise for everybody, I can always just tell you 1 through 6 and you guys vote down below in the future. Let me know. I'm pretty easygoing. So anyway, I'm still currently in New York. Hopefully I'm filming some stuff or taking some pictures for you guys for my Instagram. If you want to see how New York is going, you can definitely check out my Instagram. That's pretty much the only place. I'm not a Twitter user. Maybe I should be. I just never remember Snapchat or Twitter. I'm horrible at social media. But my Instagram will be blown up with tons of New York pictures, tons of niece pictures. I'm going to visit my niece. I'm currently visiting my niece. It's weird doing the pre-recording thing. So if you want to see what I'm doing in New York, definitely check out my Instagrams. The links are down below. Those are the 6 classics that I really want to get to. And hopefully I get those read this year anyway, but I thought this would be fun. So thank you guys so much for helping me pick my next classic. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.